Welcome to Revolutionary Talk. We're under a new series called Hidden Health Secrets. Basically things that mainstream doesn't ever talk about, which could go down a deep rabbit hole, but we'll try not to get too far down that hole. First episode is frequency.
Ooh.
Lots of different ways we can dive into this one, but essentially just how frequencies can have an impact on your well-being, your health, and that's something people don't generally talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's something that is always around us that we just it's always there, but we just don't notice it necessarily unless we're aware of it.
Yeah.
So
What are the different types of frequencies, or like what are the two spectrums of contrast?
I mean, I always tend to look at things from a view of, is it natural or is it something that's man-made or synthetic?
Actually, what's one of like a synthetic one we'd all be familiar with?
How about cell phone?
I was gonna say like 5G.
5G, 4G, 3G.
Yeah.
G's.
G's.
Oh, geez.
Oh, jeez. So what is the difference between these man-made frequencies and like some natural frequencies?
Well, it seems to be like from the research I've done, the more natural frequencies have a healing aspect to them naturally. For instance, like earthing, when you're walking out on the grass barefoot, like that's picking up, connecting with the frequencies of the earth. And so there's been a lot of benefits that people have shared their personal testimonies about from earthing alone. But keeping in mind, too, earthing is best done when you're not on grass that has a lot of
Fertilizer.
Ideally, no kind of chemical treatment to it.
I was about to ask that, not to get too far off, but I was like, isn't there a bunch of pores on the bottom of your feet?
Exactly.
So then you're going to absorb all these toxins if you're going out to do something natural. So
Right, but at the same time,
like,
too, like that's, I mean, you mentioned the pores of your feet, your nerve endings also go down to your feet, too. And so it's just like that connection.
Yeah, but it's taking that natural frequency from the earth and shifting it up into you.
Right.
Very cool. Yeah, especially around all the technology frequencies, we're around all that. I know, like, especially in like production, like the mic, the audio, like we're all recording on frequencies that work the same as light and sound, and it's all moving.
Yeah, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth.
Yeah.
Yeah, that balance. Yeah, because there's going to be those cases all the time that a lot of time that we're not able to get away from those frequencies, and there are people out there who are sensitive to those synthetic frequencies, and so being able to notice that, and then being able to take care of yourself when you do get like an overload or overwhelmed with those kind of frequencies, being able to balance those out using tools, I'd say more natural tools, definitely help the body to do that, to balance out and combat those negative frequencies.
Wow.
So for somebody who's around a lot of technology and man-made frequencies on a regular basis, how do you combat it and try to find that balance?
I mean, I've seen some essential oils. One in particular that comes to mind that helps the body to rid of that electromagnetic frequency radiation.
Can I make a suggestion here?
Yeah.
What if they made a shungite crystal bowl? Bam! You play that thing, and it's blocking all those EMF pollution.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
If that happens, it's copywritten on this episode that I created that concept. So,
Trademark.
There might actually
hashtag trademark again.
there might be a bowl already like that.
Oh, that'd be cool. That's what this whole time we're talking about this. I'm like, what are the?
Might be. I don't know though.
Is there such thing yet where there's like frequency blockers in a sense, like you can block the all the synthetic or man-made frequencies with more of the natural frequencies?
I've seen tools like that that you plug in, and I've seen where even so that would. I'm not 100% on board. No,
Yeah.
I don't want to.
So I'm almost seeing like a frequency war. Like you got all these frequencies coming in, and you can set this thing here, and it can like block those frequencies out.
Well, depends on which route you want to go. Because I mean, for me personally, I use, like you mentioned, shungite earlier. So
and that's what keeps popping in my head. It's like, why isn't there anything outside of the shungite?
Well, it seems like shungite's the one. It is that blocker.
Yeah.
So.
And it's got a vibration and frequency all of its own too.
We're a neutralizer.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Wow. This is a cool episode. Some futuristic.
Yeah.
And then wearing, there's even pieces of crystals or I forget what it is exactly, but for somebody who maybe travels a lot, is up in the air a lot, being able to feel more grounded.
Gotcha, with heavier crystals or
Mhm.
yeah. Wow.
To be more connected with the earth.
I got one more question to ask you. What about the frequency of plants? I know you had a cool little thing of that.
Should we pull that out now?
Not on the
Yeah.
But plants even have their own frequency, right?
Absolutely.
So I wonder if like setting plants around, like obviously your apartment. I mean, something I've done with my office is put plants in the room to help shift because I do so much digital stuff. Like I live in the digital world, so it's helped my vibration as just general seeing them. But I don't know what the frequencies look like. But then you had that little thing you plugged in that one day, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah, it really just picked up like all the tones.
Yeah.
Like showing in real time what plants are emitting energetically.
Mm-hmm.
That can be heard.
Yeah. Yeah, my money tree, we plugged it in there, and it's like, it's raining money. And I was like, what?
It's fascinating.
Crazy.
So fascinating.
Yeah, for me, I mean, I live in the digital world too, for sure. Kind of a perk of having your own schedule, though, is being able to get outside whenever you want, really.
Yep.
And man, I just gotta walk away from tech and take a break.
Catch the vibration of those trees.
Yeah. But yeah, a lot of interesting points here. I didn't know plants have their own frequency. It's a new fact for me.
Boom.
The more they're studying about the science of the plants, I mean, we're going to learn more and more because they haven't even really touched the surface. But I mean, just to make a point to that, like they're finding that trees can connect and do talk to each other through the earth, through this really amazing system of fungus that just they send messages through. So
that's cool.
It reminds me of the movie Avatar, which is one of my favorites.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah.
They verbally talk to each other. So.
Oh yeah. I think Avatar because it's like
For some reason, Alice in Wonderland is popping in my head. I have no idea why.
The Mad Hatter running all.
Ain't that the truth? Awesome. Lots of cool tidbits in this one. Lots of things I personally didn't know about. So hopefully you all learned some things as well here. Lots more in the Hidden Health Secrets series. So be sure to subscribe and like this episode and stay tuned for next week.